up, guys? It's Devlin here with the Broski Gamers, here for a sneaky list for you, and it's actually our March 2021 Banlist predictions. You know, we had to catch a wave real quick.
Damn, you're supposed to be alone.
So, honestly, we're just gonna jump right into it, and you already know. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment, like the video, share the video. In fact, make a response video. Start some beef with us. I don't know. And make sure to again subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram at Broski Gamers, and let's jump into it. All right, so the first one on our list is actually, you already know what it is, Thunder Dragon Colossus, and let me just put it right here. But you know, one of the big things about this card is that, truthfully, there are plenty of means of neutralizing it as well as the deck. So in reality, I think it would mainly just serve to increase variety in the way that people play and the decks that people play. That's I mean, the reason why we think it's gonna come to one. All right, and number 2 on our list is actually Electrumite, which...
What if I don't edit the pictures?
Just keep it right. That's fine. Real fans know. Go check out our videos. Yeah, so Electrumite, and this one was kind of a conflict for us because Keanu thinks it's gonna come to 1. Me personally, I have different feelings on it, but we'll get into that afterwards. And you know, pretty much Keanu is thinking that coming to 1 is fair because it was kind of unfairly hit on the ban list before, and that it would actually drag pendulums back to you know, Rogue at the very best. Me personally, I don't know, that's kind of sus to me. I think if you have a mechanic that hinges solely on the existence of one card, that one card being Electrumite, and outside of that mechanic is damn near unplayable, that mechanic is trash. Now,
but wouldn't you say that's fair though?
Shut up. I'm not trying to alienate any of our fans, but as a matter of fact, I actually am. If you played Pendulums and you have been like fiending for the return of Electrumite, I need you to go get a life by picking up some undead cards like zombies, because ultimately, if you need Electrumite, your deck isn't good. If I take one card out of any deck that I have,
but that means it's fair.
If I take one card out of any deck that I have, the deck can still play. If the deck isn't playable without one specific card, that's a trash deck.
Alright, so
get over it.
Now we can see that Kane's been hurt by Electrumite.
Get over it, sis. If your one card, let me specify. If your one card takes it from being trash into being the best deck, the most played deck, then that card is broken and the deck is trash. It kind of reminds me of the classic Kaiba, like you're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is a huge compliment.
That's actually a compliment.
That's a compliment. You tell someone that, you're like, hey, you're a third-rate duelist, but it's really your deck that's holding you back. I don't know. I mean,
I would take it.
All right, so at number 3, you already know what it is. It's Dragoon. I mean, again, a little conflict here at Broski Gamers headquarters. You know, Keanu thinks Dragoon is going to suddenly come to 1.
I think it'd be fair at 1.
Of course, I don't understand that me personally, I'm not a hater, nor is he a hater. But everyone's talked about it. Everyone under the sun has talked about why Dragoon is broken. And here and there, you see people try to defend it. Well, it's not that broken because you could end up... No, that card's broken. So I understand Keanu's thought process of saying 1, because there are some outs to it. Personally, I think it should be banned. Straight up, get rid of it. In fact, don't even just ban it.
Don't you run triple copies?
Exactly. Recall it and then burn all the copies. Because that shit's like, I play it. That's how serious it is. I play that card and I think it's broken. And I think it should be banned. Because I play it. You know what I mean? Like, what are we on? Number 4? Number 4 on our list is actually pretty hotly debated, I think. I've heard people talk about it. And it's, and that's saying something if I've heard it. You know what I'm saying? It's True King of all calamities. And this one right here, we're thinking it's gonna go to 1. 1's really not that hard to deal with. I mean, the card itself is a little broken in that you can, negate, pretty much stop all effects from ever being activated and keep your opponent from attacking, as well as destroy cards from your opponent's field instead. Like, that's broken. But I couldn't justify banning it because I think there is still plenty of outs to the card. Because again, hand traps go off. Hand traps pop off pretty hard. Back row pops off hard. Number 5, guys, is actually a sneaky combo for you. It's 3 cards. These are cards that are very near and dear to my heart, many other players' hearts. It is Danger, Snake, Nessie, and Jackalope. And, we think they're going to come to 2, personally. Well, Keanu thinks they're all 3 are going to come to 2. I think Snake is fine at 2, and I think Nessie and Jackalope, that combination should not both come to 2 at once. Kind of broken. Pretty ridiculous with the potential for Nessie to come at 2 anyway. Kind of broken. But, the engine itself, the Danger engine itself is great, but it's really not as broken as people try to make it out to be. Yeah, there's a lot of control, there's a lot of suppression when you play with it, but there are also a ton of outs. And it's a gamble to play. It's not necessarily that Thunderbird is always going to clear your back row, because it's not. Sometimes you'll just have a 2800 monster on the field.
And it's not
That's easy to get over.
It's not super heavy like Link Climb anymore.
No.
Now, I did hear an argument that running those cards at 2, like that 6 card engine, is essentially like running 6 Upstart Goblins. And when you look at it like that, you're like, well, what the fuck? You probably need to keep it at 1, but I think it would help a lot of rogue options at 2 for sure.
But let me clarify. My response to that is, if you're worried about that, I'm trying to figure out why you're not worried that when you play zombies, having Necro Banshee pretty much gives you access to like 5 terraformings. But, I guess you didn't think of that one. Number 6 is actually Called by the Grave, and can you do like the sparkle effect and then put? Oh, okay.
Just throw it up there.
So number 6 is Called by the Grave, and we actually think that one right there should go to 2. Where to begin?
1's 100% luck based.
So if you have 3, let's start with where it's at. If you have 3 of these cards, it's pretty broken. It's incredibly consistent. Not even just consistent. You're going to get it. It's not just a matter of, I'm going to get it eventually. I know I'll get it eventually. It's that you're probably going to open with it every other game, if not every game. And that's not good for any Yu-Gi-Oh player. Not good at all. And of course, if you decide to drop it to 1, it's highly luck-based. It's very much a game winner it makes or breaks the game if you can or cannot draw it. So definitely 1 is a little iffy. So that's why in our description of the card, we had that it should either be at 2 or 0. Because 2 is consistent. You're gonna draw it, you'll get it eventually. But it's not as like easy to draw it every game as it is with 3. I know what you're thinking. Well, Kane, you run 3 Man-Eater Bug. How dare you talk to me about consistency?
How the fuck do you win games?
That's a good question. So number 7 is True King's Return. And we're gonna put that at 3 because if we're gonna reduce your True King of all calamities to 1, might as well give you some True King cards back.
Wait, so can Dynamite Knight come back to 3?
Which one is that?
The green True Draco card, the one that searches traps out of the day.
Oh, if you were wondering about what's that? I know the dino wrestler. Tankertops.
Yeah.
That's still at 1.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, you know what? It's getting banned. Again, Electrumite needs to stay gone. Pendulum needs to exit the room. Garbage mechanic. Shouldn't have existed in the first place. But pop off, sis. And make sure you there's a button somewhere along these lines that you should be pressing to subscribe. Along these lines that you should be pressing to subscribe. And also hit that bell notification so you know that when our new videos drop, because honestly, you know us, we're a little inconsistent. I'm a student.
Alright guys, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Like the video if you liked the video. Consider subscribing, and see you next time.